everyone, it's NonnaGrace, and I'm from Western New York. Would you like to protect your estate, and avoid probate costs?
Yeah, I would.
Well, I can tell you how to do that. If you can read, you can do it yourself. That's what I was told when I was working at McDonald's. There was a fellow there that his sister didn't protect her property, and the courts, he said, took a lot of money. That's why you want to protect your estate. So what I'm going to do, because I had a question about what is probate. Probate is where the courts actually can put your estate and your belongings in limbo for a very long time, for weeks, for months, for even years. And while they're working on it, they're taking a little nibble off of your estate, and it keeps nibbling and nibbling and nibbling, and you could end up with nothing. They want to make sure that there's no...
Well, you don't end up with nothing, but your
descendants.
Yeah, your descendants
could end up with nothing, because the courts will pay the lawyers and the court fees, and the courts will take what they want. Everybody takes a nibble of your property. That's how they get paid. A lot of lawyers will tell you to make a will. Well, the will does nothing. It just tells the courts that you wanted everything, how you wanted it divided, if you wanted it equal or certain things for certain persons. But then they're going to still make it go to probate, and it will last in probate. It could be who knows how long it could take. You know how things take when it's government kind of stuff. It takes forever sometimes. And every letter they write, they're going to charge you for that. Who knows what they'll charge? Some lawyers charge $100 a letter. It depends on the lawyer that you get. So I want to avoid that probate. And also, if I were to go into a nursing home, which I don't plan to go into a nursing home, but if you go into a nursing home in New York, you have 5 years, and anything you own can be taken by Medicare. Anyways, the one that I have, they could take it, and they use that to pay for your nursing home fee. So I'm going to the lawyers on Wednesday. I will let you know how it turns out after I go. But anyways, they want my deed, because I'm going to transfer the house to my daughter's name. And if Emily's there, then she'll get it put in her name too. What it is two people person has to sign it, and if Jessica's the only one that's there at the time, then Jessica will be the one, and then she'll be responsible to do whatever she wants with the house to make sure that the others get their equal share. Usually you would have all your children put on it if you suspect that there's going to be trouble. There won't be any trouble with my kids. They all seem to get along really well, and they take care of each other.
They definitely do.
And my accounts that I have in the bank, what you'll do with that is you put payable upon death. Should one of us die, right now it's protected, because if one of us dies, the banks, it would all go to either Jim or it would go back to me. It would all go to me, and when one is left, what you do is you have another person's name put on it, and they would have to sign, and their name would be on the account too. And this way, or you can say payable upon death, and that's what I did with my son do, and my daughter Emily's is in my name still. So and hers is in trust of.
Yeah.
Still, which I have to take it out of that and put it just in payable upon death, so that when she dies, it just passes on to the next person, and you don't have to worry about it, because otherwise it goes into the dead place, and then the courts will decide who gets this money, and by the time you get the money, there might be nothing left, because they will take their fair share and then some.
Yep.
You can have a living will if you wish, and that would be where you decide who gets what while you're alive. The reason I'm doing what I'm doing is so I can avoid going to a nursing home and having the nursing home take everything. I don't want them to take it. I would rather it went all to my kids.
let them decide how
Right.
it gets dispersed.
Right. And there's, if you can read, whoops, I gotta put my coffee down. Rocky told me that it was Rocky Vincicaro was the man's name. He was a nice old Italian. He was 96 years old when he was telling me this. He said, if you can read, you can avoid probate. So what I did is I went to the store and I bought a book on probate. Not only one, but we bought 2 books on probate. And that's how we learned about it. And I kept my parents' property from going to probate, so all of my brothers and sisters got their inheritance without the courts taking their piece. Let's see, did I tell you everything that I wanted to tell you? I can't even remember.
I think so.
By turning it over to my daughter, that means that we can live here until we die. She can't sell the place on us. And
Without our permission
right,
or our signature.
We can't sell it either, but we have to get her permission to sell it. But she can't sell it out from underneath us. We have to agree that if we wanted to sell it, which we don't want to sell it. We have lifelong residency here until we die. And then she can do whatever she wants with it after that.
Yep.
So you want to take care of your property. And if you have a will and think that you're protected, you're not protected. The lawyer should tell us that when we fill out a will, it's not that expensive to have a will made, but it's expensive to go to probate. So you don't want to do that. And the will only protects where you want it to go, but it doesn't protect anything really. It just states, like in our will, it says everything is to be divided equally. If it went to probate, they would have to make sure the kids all got equal amounts of money. And this way, with me having it turned over to them in my daughter's name, it means that my daughter is in charge of dividing it without the courts taking their amount.
And why are you doing this?
Because I'm getting old. And
Well,
I really should have done it when I was way younger. So if you're young, you should be doing this now because it's a whole lot easier if you're young. Why am I doing it?
Well, I was going to say, even though you're old, doesn't mean that that's the only time you do it. You should have something like this in place, even if you're young.
Right.
You don't want to anticipate anything happening, but with the way traffic happens and tragedies that have been happening lately, you could be very young and still pass away.
And you want to make sure everything is protected.
Yep.
So do it as soon as you can do it. I wouldn't tell you to do that if it wasn't something that I was going to do myself. Just like the shingles shot, I wouldn't tell you to get it unless I got it myself and know what it's like to have shingles. It's not a fun thing. And the shingles shot is supposed to make it not stop you from getting the shingles, but just really to lessen the aftermath of it.
Yep.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was all over the place. Like always. I'm sorry about that. But you'll get the gist of it if you listen to it. I do have a little video. We did go out to lunch with the camping group. All I've got is May saying we're going out to lunch with the camping group because my camera was actually dead. So I'm sorry. That's all you get is just the announcement that we're going. So let's just go to that video and you can hear. Well, today we're going to go out to lunch. Ooh, it's cold out here. I'm glad it's not snowing and the driveway is pretty clean. It's our once a month camping group. Well, I hope you all had a great day and I will talk to you again in my next video. If you have any questions and would like more information that I maybe didn't cover.
That you know.
That I know of. That what? That I would know?
Yeah, that you would know.
I can always look it up if I don't know. I do have the books and I can read. So if you wish to ask questions, I feel free to do so, and I will talk to you again in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.